KDB. KDB.
Beats Planet.
Ready with and go. We are back. What's up? What's good with y'all, man? Well, come on in here, man. Let me just warm call y'all for being one time. Come in. Well, Steele, when you was doing Game Day Live with Jesse Holly, because you're fantastic at what you do. I was over here on the Lombardicus channel, minding my business, running my little program, running my little broadcast and all that. And I said, Will, I ain't say Will, I'm saying Will now, but at the time I was like, Chat. I was like, Will, the only Eagle fan I'm giving respect to is Alex. That's it. The rest of y'all can go. Poo. I'm not going to give people respect for showing up last minute, you know? I ain't giving nobody respect for showing up last minute. What I can respect about Alex is before the show, preseason, camp, Eagles getting swept and shit. Like, no matter what the circumstance is, Alex is in the house. You understand? So I give Alex credit for being here. Shouts out to Alex. But the rest of them, though?
Basically, fuck them.
That's just my vibes, Will, still. Now, my attitude in particular, it's funny. I went on Tom Brenneman's show today. Tom Brennan was like, damn, Voch, you don't look too upset after a Cowboy loss. Why you look, what you smiling about, Voch? Well, first of all, life good. That's my opening statement or whatever, but that was interesting that Tom said that, Will Steele, because normally after a Cowboy loss, you know what I'm saying? After the Cowboy loss, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, my glasses come on, and I'm just normally, right? Normally, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. People start calling me and shit. What's going on with your Cowboys, Voch? I don't be wanting to answer. I took my phone. This is my phone face up. I normally go and put that, you know what I mean, Will? I don't have that feeling right now. Will. It's for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, shouts out to Cooper Rush. I said this on my social media this morning, right? And I caught myself feeling bad about what I've had to do to him for the past couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Because any other situation, we look at Cooper Rush, underdog him, root, let's go, little guy, and we hype up Cooper Rush. But the past couple of weeks, because weird people on the internet control the narrative and weird people on TV control the narrative, we had to inadvertently shit on Cooper Rush for 4 weeks. And looking back on that, man, I hate that, man. I hate that, Will Steele. Because that son bitch did what he was supposed to do. When Dak Prescott went down, boy, we was the damn draft show music was playing burr, 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 in our mind and shit, you know? It was like, yo, Voch, Jalen Carter, come on now. What about one of them Ohio State receivers at the top 5 pick, Voch? What you thinking? I was like, Cowboys probably going to lose a whole bunch of placement in this, you know what I mean, in the playoff race. It may not even be a playoff. Dak Prescott's hurt. But all Cooper Rush did was keep this thing on the tracks, and we shit on him for 4 weeks. I ain't want that to be the case, but weird people control the narrative. I apologize to Cooper Rush. You still ain't betting that. I apologize to Cooper Rush. I'll never say another bad thing about you, sir. You did what you were supposed to do. Will Steele told me this last night, too. Man, if I'd have told you we 4-2 going into week 7 after losing Dak Prescott, boy, you'll take that every day of the week. And that's fair. It's fair, Will Steele. I respect Cooper Rush and what he did. But your watch has ended. Your watch has ended. Shouts out to Game of Thrones fan. That conversation died so heavily last night. And this is where content creators got to be better, Will Steele. Me and you. Starting off with me and you. We got to lead by example a little better than this. Because I feel like sometimes the energy can get, you know what I mean? Our energy can be picked up on and reflected amongst our peoples or whatever. So if I go out and say, F y'all, I'm defending Dak by shitting on Cooper Rush, then they'll do the same thing because they saw what we did. When in real life, and look, Will, I realize, yeah, my bad. And look, Will, I realized this morning, Will. Let me tell you what I realized this morning. All those people that was those super Cooper dudes, I gave them dudes way too much time of my life. And let me tell you why. Get my war card ready. Because I don't remember who none of them fuckers are. None of them. None of them. I can't even find them. Besides the ones on TV, Will, still, besides them ones that's being ridiculous. On Twitter, Steve2567, that's Super Cooper fan. I can't find him. Where he at? Some Jeffrey25. Where they at? I don't wear condoms 672. Where they at, Will? These miscellaneous Twitter people or whatever, where they at? I can't even find them. I put all of my time, not even all my time, but my petty energy into these people that don't really exist on the internet. And all they got to do after we're proven correct, Will, Steele, that Dak Prescott is 10 times better. After we're proven correct, all them dudes got to do is the Homer Simpson meme. They just got to disappear in the grass and we'll never hear from them again.
Oh, you will.
As
soon as Dak goes in a complete pass.
Yeah, but fuck them. I've learned a valuable lesson, Will, Steele. I'm not even finna give those people my, and I thought I was off the narcotic, Will, but I'm young and I got a lot of energy and I'm 10 years younger than you, but I'm just petty still. You know, I still got that petty in me and I want to fight every fight, man, for us. But it's not worth that, Will. At the end of the day, I should have respected Dak, respected Cooper Rush, and if somebody said, Voch, Cooper Rush is better than Dak, I should have just went, all right. That's what I should have did. That's what I should have did, but I didn't. I learned lessons here. Boy, after last night, Will, Steele. Boy, after last night, boy, Cooper Rush just ran out of his superpowers, man, and that's cool. That's what we expected from Cooper Rush, man, but the bright side in all this is that 4 is back. There was never a time where I looked at this team and said, damn, look at what Cooper Rush is doing with this team. I was always like, damn, look at what this team is doing, despite having Cooper Rush at quarterback, Will. You understand what I'm saying? I look at the Eagles game last night. And, you know, it was a lot of things that could have been different. First of all, let's keep it classy. Shouts out to Alex and shouts out to the Eagles, man. Yeah, look, W, win. You know what I mean? I don't take away Cowboy wins when we beating the shit out Gardner Minshew or whoever. You know what I mean? Y'all shouldn't take away wins when y'all beating the shit out Cooper Rush. So, hey, there's your W. But I was watching that game last night, Will, still, and I was like, man, we put the defense in weird spots, man. They had a short field like 4 times, bro. That's ridiculous. And for what we was able to get from them having 4 short fields like back to back to back like that, it only showed what these dudes are capable of. You know what I mean? What we was able to do on the ground. Jake Ferguson might be my new pet cat for tight end 1. I don't know. I'm gonna wait till shows come back before I get too crazy. But Jake Ferguson blocking just did it for me, because you know blocking does it for me, Will, still. You know what I'm saying? But then he has little and 1 shit at the, you know what I mean, at the end zone. His Euro step at the end zone. You know what I mean? I was looking at what we were able to do versus this Eagles offense. That is it's one of the top offenses. Hey, look, we can't deny, Will. It's one of the top offenses in the league. And I looked at what my defense was able to do to it, even having those short fields. I couldn't help myself, Will. I couldn't wake up sad this morning, bro. Because in my mind, I'm like, man, if Dak was present, you know what I mean? You know how when they take roll, CeeDee Lamb here, Zeke here, Tony here. If Dak Prescott would if Dak would have said here, boy, that game looks totally different. But we don't have time machines, Will, still. We're not allowed to play shoulda, coulda, woulda. Congrats to the Alex and the actual Philadelphia Eagles. Dak Prescott's back, man. And that's all we need to focus on. We need to focus on Dak Prescott being back. We need to focus on this offense getting back on task. And we need to focus on this defense moving closer to midseason form. I think we got something, Will. I think we got something. We ain't never seen Rain Dakota Prescott with one of these defenses on the other side of the ball. It actually made me wonder if I had to put all my resources into anything, because all the resources have always been on the offensive side of the ball, right? If we had to put all our resources into anything, would you put them on offense to make Dak better, or would you put it on defense to make the defense relatively unstoppable? We'll just say unstoppable, right? Let's just say that. And I'm like, man, I've always seen Dak when the resources are on his side. You know, even his rookie campaign, you know, when Zeke was the guy at the time, you know, or we go and get Amari Cooper to help Dak out, or we do these other things, XYZ, we draft CeeDee Lamb offensive line, cool, whatever. This is the first time Dak's really had an opportunity, and we talked about this last week, Will, where he get to look on the other side of the field. He like, man, that's my defense, man. I ain't got to overdo nothing because that's my defense. I ain't got to play hero ball because that's my defense. You know what I mean? We just got to get on. We just got to get on task, Will Steele. We got to get on task. This offense, we just got to get on task, bro. And it's gonna start with the Lions. And I already know what the bullshit is gonna say. Oh, Voch, Dak gonna come back and beat all the weak teams again. Fuck them, fine, cool, whatever. So whatever. So nah, I don't care. W's a W. Kick rocks, bitch. Oh, Voch, it's the Bears. That's not impressive. Cool, fine, whatever. Fuck them, whatever. Mind your business. Cool, bye, whatever. Fuck off, bitch. Oh, Voch, ever since Aaron Rodgers been on drugs, he ain't been the same. Cool, whatever. Fine. Because Dak ain't got to lead the team no more, doubt. He's got to lead this offense. He's got to lead this offense, man. Go let Mike and them fly. Go let Trey Diggs and them fly. Go let, you know what I mean, D-Law still healthy. Go let D-Law and them fly. Dante and Dorrance and them, man, let them boys fly. And then Dak can pick up the pieces. That's why I'm optimistic, Will, still. That's why I'm feeling good waking up this morning. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Alex and the actual Philadelphia Eagles. Shouts out to you, man. But goddamn, 4 is back. And I can't wait till week 17, man. Will, do you have anything opposite of what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Do you disagree with anything I'm saying, bro?
No, this is all you, man. This is all you. You know, hey, they got the dub. Congratulations. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro? And it's like, man, let me tell you something, dog. You know when we lost J-Ron Curse and Donovan was out there, you don't really lose a whole bunch. You know what I mean? Because the distance from J-Ron to Donovan may be whatever. I mean, J-Ron's better, but the distance, you know what I mean? The distance and the impact on the team, you know? Bohan to go down, Neville. You know, we're fine. We're fine.
Only thing maybe I would push back on is if we were going to add somebody, yeah, I think I would say offense side of the ball.
Sure. If that's what we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about the distance from the backup to the starter or whatever, right?
No, I'm going back to when you said adding some. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's the only thing I not to say disagree with, but have a different opinion on.
Sure, got you. DJ Moore, let's go do it. But what I'm saying though, Will, still in this situation, right? Every time this year we've seen a backup come into the game, we were able to adequately deal with whoever the starter was, losing them. We were adequately able to deal with that. You know what I mean? Even if Diggs come off the field, you know, Kelvin Joseph don't die. You know what I mean? Dak Prescott. And just the quarterback position, right? The quarterback position is the most important position in football, and you can live and die by the damn quarterback position. Dak Prescott, what he's going to do for the overall picture of this team, Wills, it's so different. It's so different, which pissed me off because one of the Hasselbeck brothers, because all the ass looked the same. I think it was Matt. I don't know. He was on the thing. He was like, oh, well, this looking like a Joe Montana, Steve Young situation. And I ain't never wanted to slap somebody on TV before, Will.
Oh, yeah, he was true.
I ain't never wanted to physically put hands on somebody. But this ain't Joe Montana to Steve Young. Man, and there was like, man, the team rallying around Cooper Rush. They love Cooper Rush. Man, they good teammates, bro. But CeeDee Lamb can't wait for Dak to come back. Dalton Schultz is losing millions of dollars right now because Dak ain't playing. Are you shitting me? The Schultz family is nervous because Dak ain't playing right now. Zeke and them, the offensive line, Micah, the defense is going to get so much better when 4 comes back, Will Steele. That's why I didn't wake up in a bad mood this morning, bro. We lost a game. Cool. We play 17 games for a reason, but, bro, we acquired our superpowers, man. We got our superpowers back. We'll see them dudes again. Shouts out to the Eagles, the actual players, and Alex. Shouts out to them. But we got our superpowers back. Remember at the end of Space Jam? They put their hand on the ball and got all their powers back. They got their ability back. And then after that, they played 3-on-3. Somebody lost that game, Will Steele. I want to say Charles Barkley team lost that game, but he's cool because he got his powers back. He was like, man, I was walking around powerless and I got smoked by some 12-year-olds. I know I just lost to Patrick Ewing in this damn 3-on-3 game, but I at least got my powers back, Will Steele. You're not Dak Prescott. You just a wannabe that looks like him. Be gone. You see what I'm saying? We got our dude back, Will, and that's what makes me excited, man. We're not going to look over the Lions, bro, because the Lions are a very explosive offense. We should be shot the line. You know what I mean? I'm not going to overlook the Bears, man, because, you know, Justin Fields is a up-and-coming. We should be the shot. And let's get this run going. Let's build this momentum, Will Steele. We're going to run into the Vikings and the Giants. Those are the winning teams on the goddamn schedule. The Vikings and the Giants, they only lost one game. One was because of the Cowboys. But let's build this momentum and get hot. I always say it's not about who's the best team, Will. It's about who get hot towards the end. It's the perfect time to get hot after this Eagles loss. What did you see? Just Will, just give me any point you see while I pull up my numbers here that I was looking at, Will Steele. Just give me something that, you know, that you observed from the game yesterday.
Offensively, I mean, well, let's go to defense first. You know,
Sure.
we understand that the offense, most of its issues came from just bad quarterback play, and I think the plan was weird in the first half. But I wanted to start with defense because I understand we get our guy back, Dak Prescott, and everything like that. But I feel like we need to have an answer to that RPO stuff. Come back around when we play the Eagles again, or if we play them in the playoffs, right? I don't think there's too many teams that's going to be able to do that to you, make you play. We talked about having to play 11 on 11 on the ground. Or, I'm sorry, 11 on 11 in the run game. This team did, and we didn't have a great response to it or a great plan for it. Maybe there was a plan, but the plan wasn't a good one. So I think I'm interested to see Dan Quinn respond to that. When I look at the rest of the schedule, or at least the next upcoming opponents, I don't see an offense with that style that makes me nervous about playing the RPO. I'm not worried about Justin Fields. He can run around all he wants, but I'm not worried about him, you know, making the reads. And I said this yesterday to Jesse. That RPO offense is in their DNA, right? That's who they are in Philly, and they know what they are, and they run it well. But I don't really see that over the next 5-6 weeks, right? So I think the defense will get back on track. And one thing that they do, they take it personal when you score a touchdown. They get pissed off.
Yeah.
I would say this. I'm surprised, I didn't see anything on the sideline towards a certain teammate because they just kept getting put in that position, right? You can't keep – they got the ball 3 or 4 times in the first half inside the 40.
Yep. Positive field position.
That's really hard to overcome. You know. Now, I wish they did – tighten up in the red zone during those, and they made a good stop and then a boneheaded offsides penalty against Dante Fowler. You can't have that, right? I said this to Jesse. When your defense is required to be almost perfect because your offense is giving nothing, you can't have that mistake. But yeah, getting your Q back will help some things, but we got to work on some things. But he's going to help tremendously for sure.
I think it's like when you already are at your backup quarterback, it's certain things that you can't do. You know what I mean? And it's certain things that'll lose you a game, you know?
Yeah.
Like turnovers to lose you a game. We had a lot of them. We had 3. You know what I'm saying? Penalties will lose you a game. I definitely want to talk about penalties for a little bit. 10 for 72. Now, I don't think all these penalties were the penalties that we're normally complaining to referees about. Like we normally have our referee complain penalties or whatever, but we can't have Micah looking in whoever the hell facing bitch. We can't have Micah call people bitch on the side, like on the field or whatever. You know what I mean? We can't have Diggs slamming his helmet. We can't have Dante Fowler jumping off sides. We can't have Kelvin Joseph holding. We had a lot of those self-inflicted. We can't put our helmet on the football and think they won't call offsides. Mother put their face on the football. You know what I mean? We can't have plays like that. Then on top of that, like those penalties kept those drives alive, bro. We can't extend those drives. But look, we still only lost by single digits, Will Steele. 9 points. You know what I mean? With 3 turnovers, with giving them the ball in positive field, with 72 yards of how we get 72? I guess pass interference. Do we have a pass interference or something? Where did the 2 come from?
So penalties can be spot fouls. So it could be like an 8-yard penalty. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. 72 yards, whatever. All right, cool, whatever. If Cooper Rush is your quarterback, you can't have that, which is another reason why I think we should be excited to have Dak Prescott back, because when you get Dak back, your defense doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? Like,
Perfect.
your defense has to play perfect when Cooper Rush is at quarterback, because, you know, we may not always get opportunities to put the ball in the end zone or whatever. You know what I mean? We may not have that chance, you know?
I truly wonder what kind of game will this have been if you just punt the ball as opposed to throwing interceptions to the 35-yard line, 40-yard line and make them have to, you know, continue to drive down the field, because I don't know if it was game plan. I don't know if it was scheme or whatever, but it was clear that Jalen Hurts didn't really want to throw the ball deep, right? They didn't really design it that way either, but it was clear that the rush was actually getting to him. They sacked him 4 times, pressured him more than that. And the problem was your offense didn't give them a reason to stop running the ball, right?
Yes.
They said, okay, we're not going to play this pass game. See, we are in a position that none of these other teams were able to be in. We're winning, and we're winning by a lot. So why would I drop back, right? So they just kept running the ball. But I just wonder if instead of turning it over, giving it to them on a 30, 35-yard line, whatever, 40-yard line, how different does that look if they have to now go 80, 85 yards most of the game as opposed to once or twice? Because they had 2 fantastic drives in that game. But Dallas usually gives up 1 or 2 drives. Most defenses do. This ain't popular, to contrary to popular belief, Cowboys fans. This ain't the 85 Bears, okay? This ain't the 2000 Ravens defense. It's not. In order to do that, you got to be ridiculously good on the ground in defense, and it's not. So that's why I always say, if it ends in a kick with Cooper Rush in the game, that's a win. Punt, field goal, extra point. That's a win. Right. But you cannot turn the ball over 2 times like that in the first half. And then an opportunity that was there in the fourth quarter to kind of maybe put that game back into a 2-point game, you cannot underthrow it that way. I know he got pressure, but if you go back and watch it again, that's what happens when you don't have an arm. You got to put everything into that thing. He saw it coming right out of his play action, dude. Throw the ball up. It was wide open. But he got hit, couldn't put all of everything into it. Interception, and you're done. Can't have it, man.
Somebody in the chat said, before I leave, Voch, tell us what you feel. It's okay to express your inner feelings. Well, that would require me to hit the NWO button and hit you with a lot. And hit you with a lot of shit right now. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you know, there's no need to hit the. I know there's no need to hit the NWO button, because all I'm gonna say is my inner feelings. Yeah. I'm saying good game. I'm shaking your hand and saying good game. My inner feelings is 4. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot of 4 is what my inner feelings are. You know what I mean? But I'm like I said, I'm really not pissed off about this. I'm really like, I went to bed fine. I went to bed fine. Like, dog, we just lined up with Cooper Rush. If they would have smoked, if we'd have lost by 30 with Dak playing, I'd have been sick. Will.
Oh yeah, because you look forward, you look into the future. Like, I mean, this is pretty much our team. This is their team. Well, I don't know. Are we gonna get any better? But when you look at it right now, it's very possible they're going to see a completely different team. I feel like Philly is who they are. They're just now probably trying to perfect who they are, right? I feel like those first 6. That's why I always say, give me about 6 games to see what's up, because I feel like at the beginning of the year you're trying to figure out who you are, what you need to work on, and then counter that or get better or build on top and things like that. And unfortunately and fortunately, I don't think Dallas truly knows just quite yet what they want to do offensively from a consistent basis, but they do know who they are defensively. Now they kind of got to start that process over again with Dak, but you know, as long as your defense is helping you win these games and your offense is not losing them like it did, you get to week 14. If you in that playoff mix, or you are, I don't know, what's week 14?
Week 14 is like
8-5 or 9-4.
Yeah,
you sitting pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's actually Texans in week 14. Gonna be the shot at them. Plus also too, man, I'm not the YouTuber that gets pissed off and tear up my furniture. Like this shit costs money.
Yeah.
I'm not fit to be, you know what I mean, screaming, cussing, punching my TV and cussing Voch out and possibly getting slapped if I don't apologize. Like I'm not about to be that guy, man. So you know what I mean, it is what it is. Cooper Rush he threw for 18 for 38. Too much. Especially when Zeke was looking as good as Zeke looked in the second half. You know what I'm saying? So I would have liked for us to kept handing the ball off. I didn't want to keep taking those chances. You know what I mean? I knew that there was I felt like we had some advantages taking advantage of Bradbury. But like I said last week, we can take advantage of Bradbury, but I just didn't want to do it with Cooper Rush. You know what I mean? I would much rather have Ford to do something like that. You know what I mean? And the opportunity was there, but I just didn't want Cooper to do it. But that ended up being
opportunities were there. I feel like I feel like a broken record. Every time I go pop on that tape, I come back out like, oh Jesus, it's there. It's just his game does not allow him to find it, and it's not knocking him. It's just it's a bit frustrating because so many opportunities. And it's completely different from a San Francisco game, right? Or from a Tampa Bay game where it's hard to get these shots because they're dropping 7 back. It's hard. Mm-hmm. But there are actual shots because teams are playing you a bit differently, and we're just not getting to them. And some of these concepts, and I got it in my notes here, some of the passing concepts I was not particularly happy with from a creative standpoint, but from a run game standpoint, they did exactly what we were asking them to do in the second half. Be creative. Get to the edges. Got to run some traps and counters. And that worked. We ran the ball very well on them, mostly in the second half. But from a passing game, I just feel like when you get your better quarterback back, I want to see how teams play the Cowboys. Are they going to drop back to 7? Because I think this year is not last year. From the last 7, 8, 9 games, whatever. What I mean is, okay, you want to drop back 7. We're going to be in week 8, week 7, week 8, whatever it is. We can actually run the ball now. Before, we weren't able to run the ball with 4 for whatever it was, whether that be, when I say with 4, I mean 4 people at the line of scrimmage. Whether that be Connor Williams, whether that be, I don't believe it was Lyle. Lyle was fine in the run game. Whether that be Tyler Biadasz, whether that be in and out with Tyron Smith and Terrence Steele and Ty Nsekhe, we weren't able to run the ball consistently. We can run the ball now. We got 4 tight ends that we can run 12 personnel with and run the ball and do play action. So, interested. How are you going to play it? Week 1, we didn't come out and stick to the run. It was successful. We just didn't stick to it. I'm interested to see how teams play the Cowboys. You're going to play that drop back 7 shell coverage, or you're going to commit some guys to the run game.
Arizona for Robbie Anderson.
Arizona traded for Robbie Anderson. Yeah,
they said the 5th and the next year's 7th. They got the same dude that Hollywood is.
That motherfucker, he got kicked out the game yesterday. I looked over and I said, "Oh, he gone. They finna trade him." You don't get kicked out the game and then come back to
back to practice.
Back to practice tomorrow. He gone.
You can't fuck everybody in the club and then go back in the club. You know what I mean? You can't do it. Where was we at? All right, cool. Ezekiel Elliott, 13 carries for 81 yards. Tony Pollard was 11 for 44. Run game got going. I probably would have wanted to see Zeke get a lot more carries. He got 13 carries. I probably wanted to see him 20.
It was only 13. Right? Yeah, this was one of those. And again, Voch, it pissed me off.
That's only one half. Though.
Thinking about
that was only one half.
Rush.
Yeah, basically.
If he doesn't give them the freaking ball, this would have been one of those Zeke games, right? 21 carries, 125 yards, because he was, and he plays like this against Philly. He seems to just play well against Philly like that. But it was too late. I feel like if you would have reversed how we started the second half to the first half, things may have been different. But I'm having trouble here, and bear with me, Voch. I'm having trouble here on how I feel about Kellen in that first half. Because when I went back and I watched the film, I didn't necessarily like the plan, but then I'm like, bro, Cooper Rush just screwed you.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
It's not like it wasn't there for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was there for you. But what I want Kellen to do is I want Kellen to still understand his personnel in that situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
it's there, but that's still Cooper Rush, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's there. You know what I'm talking about? So I definitely wanted him to man, I could try to throw this wide open deep ball, man, but it might just be better for us to hand the ball up. You know what I mean? Kellen could have done a much better job at that. And I think in the second half he did.
You know, it was cool. And again, I don't mean to keep diving into this, but the concepts out of their 12 personnel when they were doing play action and running these wide receivers out look eerily similar to week one. They weren't sending guys deep. See, Coop was just like, play action, throw that motherfucker deep. Either he getting it, nobody's getting it, or it's a punt. We were running dudes we were running hooks. And you on the first interception, you saw Michael Gallup, who was still getting back, by the way. But Michael Gallup and I think Noah Brown, maybe 5 yards away from each other. Kind of weird. You don't run a 2v7. You're going to run a play action 2 into the teeth of 7. That looked just like week one. And what happened? The quarterback tried to throw it into the teeth of the defense. Interception. So, didn't like that first half playing,
man. I will show some respect to Alex because, like I said, he's earned my respect, right? He's saying, Voch, have you seen your new co-worker at the volume? I had to go look around to see who I was talking about here. And he's talking about Darius Slay. Okay, so yes, Alex, the Eagles won. Darius Slay is doing podcasts on the volume. The Cowboys lost. But I tell you what, Will Steele, he ain't getting more views than Voch Lombardi Live. Let me tell you something, cuz. Let me tell you something real quick. See, the Cowboys lost. But Voch Lombardi didn't lose. See, look at the numbers. Look at the number. What the numbers say? Look at the numbers. Then go over there and look at his numbers. There's a discrepancy there. It's different there. UNLV, cuz. UNLV. Try me. Say something crazy now. Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Central. Then look at the numbers on the Voch side. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You beat up on them, but you ain't beat nobody over here. CeeDee Lamb had 5 catches for 68 yards, Will. You know what I mean? And, you know, CeeDee Lamb he's bound to pout till 4 comes back. I'm you know, some people's poker face a little better. You know what I mean? Some people poker face a little bit. CeeDee Lamb is sick of this shit, man. He's sick of Cooper Rush. Good teammate, but even in his post-game interviews, man.
Oh, he definitely came out, was like, we can't wait for Hold on, I gotta find the quote. Go ahead.
Please, yo, bro. CeeDee Lamb was like, "Hey, man, listen, bro. I'm just worried about folk coming back. I'm worried, but look, the rest of this shit didn't even. I don't want to break no records. I care nothing what the end of the season looking like. I'm only focused on week 7 and on. Dak is back. Fuck up. Look, he did everything but."
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Everything but this, Will.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks.
He did everything but not cuss Cooper Rush out. He is over it. He can't wait till Dak Prescott gets back. You kidding me?
But he got some momentum with him. He got some momentum with him at first, but yesterday it was 40 yards before the 20-something yarder at the end, meaningless last minute thing. Last week it was 53 yards. He's getting targeted though. I mean, every game except 2 games this year, he's got a double-digit target. So, yeah. But it's the ops, right? It's the opportunities. It's. I wonder if the routes are adjusted because 4 is not there. Like you're not sending CeeDee down the field. There was again. I keep bringing this up for y'all that follow me. The dagger concept was there once again. It was open. CeeDee Lamb was just streaking down the middle of the field. Yeah.
And that still gives me optimism that CeeDee is gonna turn this thing around and have a pretty solid year. The fact that even though Cooper Rush is at quarterback, he's still getting his targets. So when Dak Prescott comes back, he'll get those targets, but they'll just be a little better. Jake Ferguson was your second lead. A lot of people caught the ball this game, which is interesting. Very opposite of what happened with the Rams game. But Jake Ferguson had 4 catches for 40 yards and 1 touchdown. I tweeted before we got here. And I'm not necessarily saying that Jake Ferguson is a better player or anything like that. But I do think that Jake Ferguson is slowly but surely making this Dalton Show $16 million conversation kind of weird for him. You know what I mean? And the one thing that you don't want to do when you work somewhere and you're the guy at that job, you trying to get some money. The one thing you don't want to do is miss work, and the dude that's in your spot is doing as good as you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Jake Ferguson is a better player than Dalton Schultz right now, but Jake Ferguson for the money opposed to Dalton Schultz for his 16 is looking pretty one-sided towards the Jake side. Will Steele, what did you see from Jake Ferguson?
I don't like to pin it that way because I don't think this is no disrespect to any of these tight ends. I think they all are good tight ends. I do. I think it was blatantly obvious they weren't going to re-sign Dalton Schultz to no big money after they drafted Jake Ferguson in the 4th round, right? Like that's the replacement. As long as Jake Ferguson looks competent, he's going to be replaced. He looks more than competent. So that's out the way. But if Schultz is healthy,
sure.
Dalton Schultz can be productive.
Sure.
Listen, you go look at the Giants game, you go look at this game. They deliberately targeted the tight ends. That was part of the game plan. Cooper Rush came out and said, hey, this was part of the game plan to get these tight ends involved. Clearly, it wasn't the game plan last week. Clearly, it wasn't the game plan against Washington because he missed. Dalton Schultz would have had a monster game that game if he just literally looks Dalton Schultz way. And clearly, that wasn't the game plan against the Cincinnati Bengals because there was opportunities not just for Schultz but for Ferguson down the seam. So I just don't think, for whatever reason, which is a shocker, you would think a backup quarterback would go to tight ends. He don't, bro. Like, he just don't go to tight ends, and unless it's game plan. And there were some really cool plays that Kellen drew up in the Giants game, and it was a really cool play that Kellen drew up in this Eagles game. But when you go look at the catches, aside from that one cool play that Ferguson got, listen, I'm not taking anything away from Ferguson. It was play action, roll out, dump it off. I've seen Dalton Schultz eat like that. In fact, I've seen Dalton Schultz make 6 Eagle defenders miss for a touchdown at the crib. So, because I had somebody, and I'm reason why I'm kind of passionate about it. Somebody said, "Well, we should trade Dalton Schultz. Don't you think we should trade Dalton Schultz?" And I'm like, "For what? What are you going to get for Dalton Schultz that is significant?" When I think you need to be whole and have depth once you get to the end of the year. Dalton Schultz healthy with Jake Ferguson, Peyton Hendershot, Sean McEwen is a really dependable tight end group. Why would I want to mess that up?
Sure. Yeah. We're definitely not trying to move on from Schultz now because I do think you need as many dudes as you can. But just watching the game, it wasn't even the catches or the touchdown. The touchdown was pretty fucking, with the and one. But I really like him. Not Hendershot. Ferguson's blocking. I really like
he's a fighter.
Ferguson. Oh goodness, man. He'll just get in there and just scrap. And he ain't just blocking safeties, man. He in there with like Hassan and them. He in there with Brandon Graham and them, like wrestling with them dudes, man. I'm just like, man, let that dude continue to develop and get some offseason peanut butter in him. That's what I'm saying. That's what's gonna be the big thing here. Ferguson improving over the offseason. Where is he going to be at? And we can say Schultz wasn't getting paid anyway. But if Schultz would have went crazy, if Schultz would have went crazy, it would have at least been a conversation.
Not in Dallas. But you see, we're in the regular season now, so you forget who our general manager is. Stephen Jones.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's move the fuck on. Hendershot was our third best receiver. 2 yards for two catches for 22 yards. Hendershot could be a little here and there sometime, man. Whether it be his blocking technique or that fucking penalty was so bad, man. We just can't have that penalty right there. Like he was moving like this goddamn arena football. You know how they
move forward.
They go forward in arena football. This ain't arena. This is not arena football.
I was watching it, bro. I'm like, this motherfucker think he Michael Jackson.
If you don't sit your ass.
God damn, that's coming back. Soon as it's coming back. Whatever happens is coming back. Yeah,
it was a big play too. Gallup was 2 for 18. Gallup can't wait for Dak to come back. Noah Brown 1 for 10. Can't wait for Dak to come back. We kept trying Gallup on Darius Slay. I ain't like it.
Gallup need his athleticism to come back is what he needs. I don't think he's whole. Which again, towards ACL just last year, usually take the following year for you to be all the way back. Which is when you ask that question, I hate to interrupt you in the whole thing. When you said something about adding a defensive player or offensive player, this is kind of why I want another offensive player. I just don't think there's enough explosive weapons that they're on the team. Now, Tony Pollard, Turpin. They're not using Tony Pollard or Turpin in the passing game. It's mind-boggling to me. So you have to be efficient, methodical offense, and that's fine. But I don't think Gallup is back yet. And CeeDee Lamb is really just a possession receiver at this point. That's how they're using him. There's just not enough, explosive athletes out there. So that's why I would go look for something like that if we were talking about a player, because Gallup ain't back yet, man.
I want DJ Moore so bad, man.
That'd be fun.
I want DJ Moore. Oh, man. Let's quickly go over this defense, then we'll go to the phones quickly because it's about to be 4. And then we'll go to the chat. Before I get started with any of this on defense, Will, if there's one dude on the Cowboys defense you don't want to wrestle, if it's just one dude, you know what I mean? If it's just one guy that you just don't want to straight up and down just wrestle, which dude would you not want to just wrestle?
Osa.
I don't want to wrestle Osa.
Osa won full WWE at the end of that game. Like, usually people get mad, they push and shove. Osa got mad and suplexed him, bro.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, double leg shot, and Kelsey looked like he was 110 pounds. He just flew. And bro, it's already bad that Osa done took the peanut butter, and I heard the goddamn peanut butter got side effects. It just make you a little more angry. But dog, you don't want to take that dude that's stronger, that's a little angry after a loss, and you punch him in the face, and he's bigger now, and he has wrestling pedigree. Walk away from him. Go wrestle Kelvin Joseph or something.
Yeah, he
almost had a joke.
Yeah.
I don't want to wrestle Kelvin or Osa, but Booker T.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
Oh goodness.
The music at the end of that makes that so great.
Osa was mad he got hold this year like last year. Alex, now we normally respect what you say around here, Alex.
Let him have his fun.
But Will got a whole highlight tape just waiting to be fed, sir. So let's relax now, okay? Let's not do that there. Osa was not getting holed by anybody, sir. That wasn't the case. Whether it be last year or this year. I think our D line was solid, man. I think we had a solid day today. It was just the overall game flow. It was the overall the field position played a lot into it. You know what I mean?
Can we do this? Can we give? Let me wash my mouth out in a second. Can we give them their offense and Miles Sanders credit though? Like,
why are we doing?
Because I mean, again, I told you before I came on here, I'll disclose it to everybody else. I'm into the third quarter of the defense. And one thing I noticed was something that I talked about in the fact that we got to tackle. And I just think Miles Sanders did a fantastic job at that second level, or like right after the line of scrimmage, kind of just picking and choosing the spots and getting that extra 2-3 yards. So I kind of just got to give him credit, man.
Listen, Will. I will tell them good game. I will tell them that you get the W, but I ain't giving them nuance credit. You want me to give them nuance?
Yeah,
credit?
I know. But see, the reason why I have to is because I feel like that's what kept those. Because it wasn't like they were just running for 20 yards and 15 yards and just little tough. Annoying ass runs that was just squeezing by. 3rd and 4, I'm getting 5. 2nd and 6, I'm getting 4. You know what I mean? And you could have stopped them for. There was so many plays where you could have stopped them for a negative and they got 3. You could have stopped them for 3 and they got 6. And I think it was just because of that nuance at that second level by Miles Sanders. So I know. Now I'm going to wash my mouth. Go ahead.
So couldn't be me, Will. Hey, look, you can do it on A to Z Dallas all you want. I ain't giving nuance credit. I'm like, hey man, good job on offense. I'm not about to say, oh, well, the runs to the left in B gap. How they
Hey, if you tackle, man, it might be a different game.
I'm sorry, Will. I'm sorry, William Steele. Let's just do some of the standouts here. D-Law, and mind you, I haven't watched the film on defense closely, but we're just talking about the numbers right now. D-Law, Malik Hooker, Micah Parsons, they were all your tackle leaders. Some people saying Micah had a bad game. Is that because you feel like, let me just ask you this, people say Mike had a bad game. Do you think that's because he didn't have sacks? Because he was at Mike a lot this game. You know what I mean? He was doing a lot of Mike duty this game, and he'll go play pass rush sometimes. So from what you saw, Will, what makes people say that Mike had a bad game?
Because they kept catching him in RPOs on the exterior, and they're making it look like Micah didn't have a bad game in that instance, man. Not at all. In fact, from the first half that I seen, a good bit of their runs were going the other way. You know, that's just what was happening here. And then from a passing standpoint, they were getting it out fast. Now, I do know in the second half they did start putting Micah in more of a bind from a running standpoint, but where he did have a bad game, to be fair, and it was real strange. Why was he in coverage?
Sure.
As much as he was. There was a weird blitz. There was Micah and there's LVE. And instead of blitzing Micah and letting LVE, who's a better cover guy, you know, or more comfortable at the very least, drop in coverage, they blitzed LVE, which did nothing. And Micah kind of got caught. And now he's chasing Dallas Goedert, and that was really Dallas Goedert's only, or what, it might have been another tight end, big play of the game. But I just think Dan Quinn got a little bit too cute right there and dropped him in coverage a bit too much. And there was another one where I think it was Devontae Smith had a slant. It was a 3rd and long, 3rd and 19, I think it was. And Micah didn't play his zone correctly. He kind of shaded inside and left a giant gap, and they get about 12 and then an easier field goal. So that's where he had a bad game in coverage. But other than that, I mean, you know, he was his normal self, but that's what happens when you have RPO. You put that defensive end in the bind. Come get me or you don't. I got an answer for it. Yeah.
Fair enough, Mr. Wolf. Dono had a sack and a couple tackles, but he had a couple missed tackles also. But that's Dono. Dono is a missile. You either miss big with a missile or you blow shit up. So that's fair of him. Osa, Quinn, Anthony Barr. How you feel about our linebacker position? Not named Mike. What Van Der Esch and Anthony Barr. Are you ready for Brillo? You ready for Clark? You ready to try some new things?
I was ready for that in July.
No, I get it. But we here.
Yeah, man. Listen, nothing has changed. I haven't seen nothing all year from the linebacker position that makes me want to not go to some of these young cats and see what we got. And that's to be fair to LVE, who did not have a bad game. He didn't have a bad game in that game, but he's just there, you know.
But Anthony Barr is giving me nothing right now. Anthony Barr is giving, and it's almost like
consistent.
It's almost like Van Der Esch's best plays. He might as well be playing into something, or you know what I mean, or like downhill, you know, Sam linebacker type dude or something like that. But Anthony Barr, he's had like one good game versus whoever that fuck that was 2 weeks ago. But besides that,
brother, I've been wanting to see Jabril Cox and Micah Parsons. I don't know about Damone Clark, but hell, I'm at the point, man. What's up with Devin Harper? You know, you talking about a thumper, an athlete, a striker. I'm interested to see what's up with him, man. I mean, that's the one position where I think you can get by, you know, but maybe it's a mental thing. Maybe they just trust these dudes to be where they got to be.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's get this going. Let's get into the phones. The conference line. My bad. Y'all should have called in. Should have been here. All right, let's get into it. We got 5 callers to get through. Mind y'all, it is 4:06. Let's get in, make a point, and get out. Me and Will still got some work to do for y'all. Actually, we got some work to do for y'all. So, I haven't seen his name in a minute. Let's go ahead and tap in. Let's get MJ on the phone. See what he's talking about. What's up, MJ?
Oh, wow.
Hey guys, what's up, man?
What's up, MJ? Where you been?
Steele? Family. Oh, I'm good. The game was good.
Where you been, MJ?
You know, even though we played shitty.
Where you been, MJ?
Steele was in it. I just been working, and sometimes I call Steele. Steele flying be early in the morning.
Yeah.
It's 6 o'clock here. I'm like, man, I can't get up at 6.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's crazy. MJ. All right, what you got for the show, MJ? Go ahead. What you got?
Hey, what I got for the show, we got some good young tight ends.
Yeah.
Schultz is gone.
Right.
We're going to have all our people back.
Yep.
So the next time we play Philly, I hope you Philly fans listening.
Right.
We'll score 40 on them.
Yep.
They not all that.
Oh, boy.
And then we need, like you just said, in preseason, Harper outplayed all the linebackers. But I guess, I don't know. You know, it's up to the linebacker coach. They keep playing the veterans that's getting killed.
Sure.
So the middle of our defense, you keep saying peanut butter. I might agree with you this time, my man Voch.
Right.
I think we need if Sue is still in good shape, I think we need Sue. We need a defensive tackle that can make them DNs better, and a defensive tackle that's going to make Gallimore and Suey, whatever you call his fucking name.
What's his name?
And Osa.
Suey, yeah.
And everybody else better. We need a defensive tackle that can really penetrate, man.
I don't think it's your tackles, MJ. I think it's the outside game. Okay.
Because they got to keep it quiet, even though we played shitty.
What?
It was 20-17.
Why?
9 minutes left. We kicked it off again.
What?
The San Francisco game came back. They ran down our throats. Pitiful. So right now, the middle of our defense is hurting.
I'm talking about the day. What's your name? Fucking MJ.
MJ.
The I don't think the tackles are terribly like when we look funny in the run game, it's the outside runs more than the inside runs, MJ, don't you think?
No. Last week was the outside, this week's the inside. I'm like, man, can we get a stop? Can we get a stop at the 1 yard, 4 yards, 5 yards? First down, 4 yards, 5. That was a key game. Even though you say we wiped the whole game away, 20-17. This when your defense step up and be like the Baltimore Ravens defense, or the Tampa Bay defense back in the day, or the Cowboys defense back in the day. My defense is still killing me in the middle. Until we get that fixed,
not this time.
You know, we're going to win a lot of games. We might be ahead, but it's a close game.
We made it up. We made this one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. It never happened. It never happened. This one was invented by a writer. Not this time. It never happened. It's false. It never happened. It's a fake. It's fiction. It's an urban.
I'm sorry, MJ, what you say? Oh, okay, then.
We got you. And get a good light. Hit them locks for Voch and Steele.
Hit them locks for Voch and Wood.
Cowboys.
Hit them locks for Voch and Wood Steele. Appreciate you, MJ. Good call. Hit them locks. What's the interior, Will Steele? Was it the interior, Will Steele? That's what he say. He was saying that the interior is the problem.
I was hoping they would have been more disruptive. Like I said, I still got about a quarter and some chat, more than a change, almost 2 quarters left to go. But I wish they would have been a bit more disruptive. But I mean, Miles Sanders 3.9 yards per carry, Boston Scott 2.7. Kenneth Gainwell had the best yards per carry that day, 5 yards per carry. But again, I just think the RPO is hard. The 2 ways to kind of defend that is to just blow up the quarterback and blow up the line of scrimmage. But Jeff Stoutland is a fantastic offensive line coach. They got a fantastic run scheme. And then the other way is to score and make them get out of it. But I'm still not down on the interior, Voch.
Yeah, I think we're fine there. Trying to upgrade from Anthony Barr though, but I think we're fine there. Eugene dropped 5 in the Cash App. He says, great content. Go Cowboys. Salute to you, sir. Appreciate it. Let's get Mr. Ronnie on the phone. See what he's talking about. What's up, Mr. Ronnie? Hola,
¿cómo está, Papa? Listen, God bless you in the show, and Will Steele and both of your families.
Thank you.
Listen, I just want to say a couple of things real quick.
Yes, sir.
Mike McCarthy, he had the challenge that CD play. I really think that CD play was really big because we was down by 2 touchdowns, and that changed the momentum. And the defense, you know what I'm saying, they just had to keep on playing on the short side of the field. And, when you keep on playing on the short side of the field, eventually they're going to score in you, especially when you got an offense like the Eagles. You pretty much, putting yourself in a bad situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also too, they had to keep on running the ball with Ezekiel. You know what I mean? Remember, he's the type of running back. He might get 2 or 3, but as he keep on running, he's going to get more yards. But like Kellen Moore, he just get pass happy. I don't know. That's just his way of going.
Sure.
But that's all I got for today. Both of y'all, God bless both of y'all in the show like always, and y'all keep on doing good work like always.
Appreciate it, T.O. Have a good one. Now, Will, Mike McCarthy said, this is what he said. Did you hear what he said, first of all, Will?
About Dak being medically cleared?
No, about not challenging the land thing.
On 105.3, I listened to it. There's no explanation they can give me to not challenge it. It makes no sense not to do it.
Chad, in case y'all didn't hear it, he says, preliminary indication, the refs told him that it was a first down. He was like, all right, cool. But then they backed that shit up and they was like, oh, it's not a first down. But Mike had already saw the defensive alignment. Tell me what I'm wrong with still. He already saw the defensive alignment. And he was like, oh, this is a favorable situation for us.
Dumb.
Let's just go for this good play on to get this first down. We could just challenge to get the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
It's right. That's dumb.
Let's just let's run this favorable play for us and not get the first down. You know what I mean? Like, bro, get the first down, but still just run the play. Like, run the play after you get the first down. Like, at least be like, hey, can we get a look at this? That's incredibly close. It's 4th and 1. Can we get a look at this? Can we look at that? But Mike, it was crazy. That was crazy.
For so many reasons, he needed to challenge that. We needed to calm down Coop. If you go look at that drive, there was some missed opportunities, some bad throws. He was not feeling it. And if you just calm down, challenge it. If you don't get it, you go for it. But clearly we'd have got it, and now it gave you some momentum. And that helped obviously change the game too.
Yeah, then up in the tempo at that time, I don't think that was a good idea neither. Man. Like that's not the time to rest. That's not the time to rest. Let's get Reek on the phone, see what he's talking about. Reek, what up?
Hey, what's going on, Sky? What's going on, Voch? How y'all doing today, man?
What's good, player?
I look at it like this, man. I'm getting tired of Kellen Moore not jumping on teams in these big games. He always want to come out the second half and try to save the damn game. You know what I mean? It's like we could have ran on Philly the whole night. You know?
I'm listening. I mean, shit, we here. We here.
I feel like why do you take the ball out of the running back's hands? You know what I mean? Like, I think that he should have just stuck with the run. They should have started the game off with the run, running the ball effectively, and try to play keep away, because that's basically what Philly did. They played keep away with us, and we gave them the ball on the short field. You know, like you said before, good game, Philly, but you're gonna have to run that back. You know what I mean? You gotta play us again.
Sure.
Now you're gonna come to our house.
Sure.
And the way I looked at Osa slamming old boy on his neck, they pissed. Yeah. So when they see them again, whether we going toward the playoffs or not, I think it's gonna be a nasty game regardless. You know what I mean? But I hope that it's a playoff effort that we gotta both teams gotta play to win. Whoever wins goes to the playoffs, and we smoke their boots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they off to a good run. Good job for them. But at the same time, too, to land my plane, we do have something going on in the linebacker position that we need some help on. You know, I don't know if it's Anthony Barr. I don't know if it's Van Der Esch. My thing is, if we're gonna take Anthony Barr off the field, I want to take Van Der Esch off the field too. You know what I mean? Because like you said, he tried to run up the gap, and Micah Parsons went out there to cover, and he got stonewalled right at the point of attack. So he didn't even touch the quarterback. And I think that's a problem. I feel like we need linebackers on this team that's fast enough to go blow up plays. You know what I mean? Chase them down, stuff like that. But that's just me. Thank y'all for listening to me. I'll let y'all later. Peace.
All right, Reek. Appreciate you, man. Well, you think Kellen Moore should have jumped all over the Eagles in the first quarter and really put his foot on the gas in the first quarter and jump all over them?
He should have reversed the damn game plan, I don't know what the hell. The game plan in the second half, I just think was just so much better than how it came out in the first half, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Execution to get us there, too. We got 2 numbers we never seen before, and y'all know how that can go. So hold your horses. Let me get all my troll buttons ready in case I need them. You know how they do. Just in case. Let's see. 469, what's up? Who this?
This is Ronnie. How you doing?
What's up, Ronnie? What you got for the show?
Man, I just got a quick point.
Yes, sir.
Cowboys fans, man, I'm actually happy to see how we played against the Eagles because the Eagles offense looks sus. Eagles offense looks sus. I'm talking about, I hear on ESPN how they're the best offenses, the biggest challenge we're going to have. We literally had a chance to beat them with an average backup quarterback. Kellen calls a good game like he did in the second half. In the first half, we're winning this game with an average backup quarterback.
Yeah.
And to be honest, Jalen Hurts wasn't trying to throw that ball deep. Every time he dropped back, we was always in his face. So to be honest, I'm not even tripping. I can't wait till Dak Prescott get back because now we have an identity. We know he knows that we can run the ball. You know, we ain't got Leo Collins no more. So I'm actually happy to see this game.
Sure. Ronnie, good call, man. Thanks for calling in. Me and Will Steele talk about this off the phone. I just made you platinum too. Yo, Will Steele, your cousin? Gotta start respecting your cousin and son. I just heard him mention Leo Collins. That just made me think about it. Your cousin, man. We gotta talk about your cousin, Will Steele. What's up with that guy? What's going on with that guy, Will Steele? What's good?
I think you could see it. You know, work ethic, the athleticism was there. When Lyle left, I didn't care because I'm like, well, you got a right tackle. In fact, I was so goddamn sure about him. I was like, we probably should sign him now. Just get out in front of it. And then I went a little bit too far here, Voch. I was like, well, shoot, maybe if you start training him at left tackle, we might be able to be. And I was like, no, let me slow down. Slow down. He's a right tackle. But what I love about him, man, is he hunts. He moves bodies in the run game. I think he's one of the best run blocking tackles in right tackles in the league. And I think he's pretty good pass blocker too. I mean, he's not Lane Johnson, right? But yeah. I feel secure at right tackle because of Terrence Steele, man. I do. I feel secure at left tackle. Yeah, I'm a little iffy on in betweens, but I think I'm still about moving my man inside the left guard. I'm just saying, Voch.
Perfect. Will, as an offensive line, first of all, young bull at right tackle is a cannon. Did I say that right? The young bull at right tackle is a cannon.
Yes, sir.
Said that right? He's a cannon. I love Tyler Smith. And Tyler Smith's playing some good left tackle, man.
Your tackles are playing the best. They're playing the best. They're playing the best on the line.
I wonder what happens when Tyron comes back. Can I elevate my left guard position? When Tyron Smith, because I hope we don't overthink this, man, leave Tyler at left tackle and leave one of your best 5 on the bench. That ain't what I want to do. I don't want to leave one of my best 5 on the bench. If Tyron Smith, let's just say he's serviceable. Not even serviceable, like, you know what I mean? Because he's not a demigod no more. You know what I'm saying? We understand that. But he's an aging, whatever, but he's still probably top 12 or so. Top 10, top 12.
Yeah.
Tyron Smith, assuming. If he's still that, Will Steele. Put Tyler Smith at guard so we can elevate that man and we can go to Golden Corral, man.
And it's all because there is an issue at left guard. We can ignore it if we want. That's fine, you know, because we are still running the ball, you know, things like that. But again, is it do you want to have the best possible line out there? And that's a conversation maybe we'll have in December. I don't know, but if you know what, maybe it's not wide receiver you're looking for. Maybe it's hey, can I go sneak me a left guard? Y'all probably like, well, Sky, throw in Jason Peters.
He was active. He was active this game. He was available.
Yeah, Jason Peters ain't the answer, bro. That's not the answer. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Let's get
respectfully.
Let's respectfully. All do. Legend. Let's get this last call in before we get up out of here. Let's see what we talking about. 908. What up? Who this?
Hey, yo, this King Cowboy repping Jersey. What's good?
What's good with your King Cowboy from Jersey? What you got for the show?
Ain't shit, man. Just listening to y'all. I'm going to start off by saying, y'all, love y'all content. Will, Steele, my man. Voch, you a monster.
Appreciate
love y'all content. I want to start with that. Let's get to the game, though. Hey, yo, I'm so mad. And I'm going to say something that's going to be unpopular opinion. I'm mad at the defense. I'm so mad at the defense. They came to play, but something was off for some reason. To me, what I seen. When I was watching, you know what I mean? It was like not as aggressive. And I know they had short fields. I get it, but we had short fields before in other games. We still held this shit down better than we did this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shit. Hey, yo, listen, King. We had some short fields before, but we ain't have 4 of them shits back to back.
Exactly. We wasn't giving up 7. We wasn't giving up titties. Field goals or turnovers.
And we ain't. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Will. Still, what happened?
No, that's not me. No. That's Voch.
I'm just laughing. Go ahead.
I didn't like it. I feel like maybe not intimidated ain't the right word I want to use for what happened in this game. But listen, they kept saying we got the best O-line. Oh, the Eagles the best O-line that we done faced. But shit, it showed it to me. It was the best O-line we done played. Because the defense was not, the pressure, all that shit was not as usual.
Well, we sacked Jalen Hurts 4 times.
You know what I mean?
Well, we sacked Jalen Hurts 4 times.
The pass game wasn't the problem.
It's a little different. All right, a little different. I'm just telling you my visual how it was.
Okay, your opinion.
I'm gonna say this.
My bad.
I'm gonna end with this. I already know how y'all get down. I'm gonna end with this. The same way that Cooper Rush came in, everybody like the Cooper Rush fans, stands or whatever. Oh, it's a blessing in disguise.
Hey, Will, he know how we get down is crazy.
I would say this though.
When somebody say, I know how you like, okay, that's crazy.
Cooper Rush, nah, he's not that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never want a loss for my team. I love the Cowboys to death. Cooper Rush, he was really never that guy. Yeah. In my opinion, now the stands can see. He's not that guy. Come on. Y'all see what he did out there.
Sure.
Bring back Dak and let's really get right. Yep. I love y'all, bro. I'm a holler.
Appreciate you, King Cowboy. I just put you down platinum next time you call in with no issue. Yeah, man, Dak is the guy. But I'll never say another bad thing about Cooper Rush. I'm this season. Now, if Cooper Rush get into the offseason and he hitting I don't know, Kelsey Charles on the sideline at camp or something, then I'm definitely gonna laugh at Cooper Rush and be like, "Where's Will Greer?" But Will, let me ask you a question. Do you think we would have had a better outcome if Will Greer was at quarterback? Yes, Cooper Rush kept this thing on the rails, and we won because of run game and defense for sure. But do you think the outcome would be different if Greer was at quarterback than Rush? Because in camp, Greer was the better guy. He just got hurt at the end.
Probably not. Maybe you don't throw 3 picks, so maybe that does. But I don't know if Greer is saving you there. Still good defense.
Fair enough. Still good defense. All right, that is it for the phones. Appreciate y'all. Let me tap in with these supers because I love y'all to pieces. And then after that, we will tap in with the chat and see what y'all got to say. I love y'all to pieces, man. I just appreciate y'all for coming through. I appreciate y'all for supporting. I appreciate y'all for representing the platforms and watching me when I go to these other places. It means a lot. It means a lot. I just want to just wipe my tears. Let's get into it. James Slater, yeah. He the ball hit James Slater on the sideline. There you go. That's a good one. I said Kelsey Charles.
That throw was crazy at camp where he threw it. You know how they sit up high in the thing.
The tower, yeah.
Threw it on the tower. And so how am I supposed to go into the season like, yeah, man, we gonna be all right with him? I ain't see that happening. He looked like trash at camp.
The one I hate the most was Voch, you owe Cooper Rush an apology. I'm like, I don't. He did well, but I do not. Relax. Sick of this. Green Candle guy, shouts out to you. Dropped a dime in the super chat. Says we need a wide receiver 1. We need a wide receiver 1 or CD to step up. 2, Gainwell's 5 yards per carry was all middle. 3, 2 seconds Gainwell had 5 carries, bro. Gainwell had 5 carries. Gainwell's 5 yards per carry was all middle. Whole team blah to start like last season. Instead of mellow, we need to start with emotion. Second half, we were mad, and it helped. Thanks for the $10 super chat contribution, though. AJ Tautolo dropped 5 and says the Ravens showed us how to beat the RB. How about the fucking Giants, Will Steele?
Yeah, man.
How about the Giants?
Shout out to Brian DeBall. And here's the thing, and is it Joe Sheen, or I always say his name wrong. And Wink and all them boys. I was so impressed with their hires. I just thought it'd take a year.
Yeah.
Wonderful what coaching does, right?
Yeah. They got their culture in place, like
immediately. They
got their culture in place before they can flip the talent on the team.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. While not playing their best players. You know what I mean? On offense, at least. You know what I mean? Like Galladay and Tony ain't even been involved.
They about to get rid of them.
You know what I mean?
Because that's not. But that's not the coaches. It might not be their best players because the ball. No, I'm sorry, I'm saying his name wrong. They didn't draft them.
Yeah. You from PA, and you don't ever catch yourself saying this, but you be saying Brian DeBull.
Nah, for real.
You be saying Brian DeBull. This your first time hearing you say Dayball, because I was ready to talk crazy about you today. You normally say Brian DeBull, but you said Dayball today. I was like, all right.
Listen, Jesse talked crazy to me last year. We're on air on pregame show. I don't know what I was talking about, but I ended up saying John like twice. And it was like, hey, come on, man. You can't be saying John. I said I did real good cleaning up my PA lingo, but yeah, they come out sometimes.
It's almost like me saying shucks. I'm from Mississippi. All right. AJ says Ravens showed us how to beat RPO in the 2013 Super Bowl versus the 49ers. It doesn't matter if the quarterback keeps it or hands it off. Hit them mother. Yeah. Hit the quarterback.
He didn't want to get bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you was about to elaborate.
No. There was a point, and the camera zoomed in. Hurts got up holding his ribs, like, "Fuck," you know what I mean. And he was kind of tentative the rest of that game, like holding on to the ball. So yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, he did not want to get hit, bro. He didn't pull that ball and run at all. The longest run was 12 yards on 3rd and 18. He just quarterback right up the middle, and then I think he slid kind of, but. Yeah, man, I think that might be one of the answers. Just hit his ass. I don't just hit him.
Yeah. What was the time? I keep stopping, but it's just some good conversation here. Philly can't survive. This is Adrian Lenz. He said Philly can't survive without the RPO style. 3rd and long and 2nd and long takes them out of their comfort zone. Let me tell you something. Versus this team, 3rd and long bad for anybody. But I feel what you're saying. You ain't wrong. I'm just saying 3rd and long bad for all the motherfuckers. Bad.
Yeah, it's kind of fair to say they can't survive without the RPOs. I mean, that is what they do.
Yeah.
It's not some gimmick.
Do. Jamal Wilson dropped a deuce in the super chat, says, why does AB play so much off coverage than press? It's probably many reasons. You know, some players see things better when it's in front of them. So you would much rather a guy see it and react to it than to read a receiver and have to mirror them everywhere that they go. You know what I'm saying?
Also, what's the call?
The call definitely matters.
Yeah, what's the assignment?
Matters. Yeah. If you see their back towards the sideline, 9 times out of 10, this is zone coverage. And if it's zone coverage, then AB could be at all different types of leverages. So just hold on to that tidbit and think about it next time. Triple D says he dropped a 5. He says I would be happy at 4-2 with Dak. Indubitably. Let me hit the refresh to make sure that's everybody. Sick of this. Sick of y'all. Oh, Green Candle Guy came back and dropped the deuce and says, who's better, the Eagles or the Giants? Come on, my guy.
You know, Alex just ruined it for me. I don't know why, but I thought Alex was black. He said, I'm white, but not really into white girls that much.
What?
That shocked me. I don't know why. I just thought Alex was black. Alex, we just gonna pretend you black, bro. Now,
You mean tell me him and Sam Rowe switch bodies?
Sam Rowe and Alex switch bodies. Huh?
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday.
I'm wait, but
I feel like he's trolling me, bro.
That's gotta be. That's heartbreak. It ain't heartbreaking, but like my reality warps.
Now I gotta see him because when we saw Sam, I thought I was being trolled.
Yeah, Sam was. You know, I think of Alex as a semi-tall black basketball player build with like short dreads.
Yeah.
Teenager, maybe 18, 19-year-old, something like that. That's how I imagine Alex.
Whole time he Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Huh.
What
the more you know.
The internet is scary. All right. Where do we go from here? Also, too, Marcus Mosher was another guy that I thought was black the whole time because he had the Mike Tyson punch out thing for his Avi the whole time. So I just assumed one named Marcus. You know what I mean? Named Marcus with the black Mike Tyson thing. I thought Marcus Mosher was yeah. That
motherfucker's a bull from Mortal Kombat with the hair. You know what I'm
Striker?
With the white hair.
Old man?
Yeah.
Shao Kahn? Shang Tsung. Yeah. Old man Shang Tsung. No, he didn't.
No.
Well, you okay with the
white hair.
Damn.
Come on, man. You about to make me look it up. You go ahead and do your thing.
Raiden? Okay, yeah. Okay, listen. He's not traditional Raiden. He's Mortal Kombat 2 Raiden. That Raiden don't exist. that Raiden don't exist because that movie trash. But spiky hair, white hair Raven. Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm talking about. Yep. White hair Raven.
Yeah. That ain't canon. That ain't canon.
Said Alex is more like Shawn Michaels. Now I gotta know. Do you have a Twitter?
I gotta see you, Alex. Gotta see. Send it in. But yeah, Green Candle got dropped the dub and says who's better, Eagles or Giants? I think that's a pretty obvious question there. Pretty obvious answer to that. I don't think the Giants are gonna sustain what they've been doing, but shouts out to Dayball now. Roster X dropped the deuce and says Coop gonna lose a game. Now he a hussy. I missed 4. Hey man, we was in the watch party yesterday. And the referee name was Hussy, and we just love calling him Hussy. We just love fucking with him. So that was just a call back from the actual watch party. And let's get into the super chats on the volume side. Let's see what y'all talking about here. What's today? 17th. Boy, we just getting more and more numbers on the volume side. Let me actually check the number. Let me look at the numbers. 344 on the volume. Hey man, come on. Hey yo, Voch side, man. Volume catching up to y'all, man. Here we go. Alex lied and said Osa got hold this year and last year. That's a lie. But he did drop a deuce in super chat. Appreciate you. Dorian dropped 5 and says because Cooper Rush isn't going to help him get paid like the other wide receiver in the division.
I think he's talking about CeeDee Lamb. Okay.
Gotcha. Appreciate you, Dorian. Zoltan dropped 5 and says, why did we run a rollout on the 4th and short in our territory? Okay. The rollouts was the only thing that was happening for you in the fucking pass game. That's all we had. Wish McCarthy would have dropped a challenge flag and punted instead of going with that. In that situation, yeah, we probably should have challenged, but we ain't had nothing but the rollout. LVE looked like Owen Hart in the Nation of Domination out of place like a mug.
Yeah, that was weird. They put the enough is enough, it's time for a change Owen Hart in the Nation. And I'm like, what?
Yes, Will, I wasn't laughing at Van Der Esch amongst the defense. I was laughing at Owen Hart in the domination. Owen Hart does look out of place there. But yeah.
Coming down with his 2 slammies. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's probably Juanito. Junito said he dropped the deuce and says, coffee on me, homie. Stay up. Salute. Appreciate you. The Yale Nation podcast dropped 5 and says Dak looked like trash against Tampa. Eagles D is better. And then he said cap.
We're gonna find out. He'll be back. Just know, I watched the film. There was a lot of opportunities there. Your quarterback just wasn't good.
Hey, Will, let him celebrate, man. It's cool. Brian Laguerre dropped the deuce and says Mike McCarthy leads the country in completion percentage. TB12. How'd that work?
What?
Hey, but y'all gotta leave a little more context to these super chats, man. Mike McCarthy leads the country in completion percentage. Maybe he does. Maybe he's 1 for 1. maybe he's 1 for 1. I don't know. I appreciate y'all super chat contributions. Now we're tapping in with the actual chat. See what y'all got to say before we get up out of here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Sheldon Lewis, y'all the 5 says Sirianni pissed me off. Yeah, Sirianni had a weird little face, but shouts out to him. He had a milestone moment in his career, and I understand what milestone moments can be like. So shouts out to Sirianni, man. It is what it is.
I don't like that dude.
Jonathan, long last name. Let's see. And tell me if I said this right. Murchowski? Jonathan Murchowski. Tell me if I said that right. It's either Murchowski or Machewski. I'm going to go with Machowski. Let me know if I said that right, Jonathan. Machowski. He dropped or tell me if I was close. He dropped a deuce and says, who the hell have Alex? Who gave? Now this is weird because I can see your damn picture, Jonathan. You're a white guy, so can white guys say Negan? Like they can't say. But then he said, who gave Alex a Negan pass? I think that's fair. He was involved in that, huh?
Oh Lord.
Boy, the truth, boy. We just exposing your old tweets, boy. Oh, we finna cancel Alex. God damn, we just.
You niggas are crazy.
I just want to wrap up the show. I don't even want to be. Look, Alpha Mason said.
Wait, I just saw his name. So it's Emrichkowski. Wow, I definitely would have said Jonathan, Mr. Oskowski, because the MR.
You definitely would have said
100%, Mr. Oskowski.
Mr. Oshkosh.
Mr. Oshkosh. Thank you, sir.
Alex said he never said Negan. I'm childish. I'll go look. I'll go look. But we might have to cancel Alex. Boy,
Alex alone.
Old tweets, man. This how it feels. This how it feels. Boy. What y'all got, chat? What the rest of y'all got? Come on, man. Get me up out of here. Get me out of here before I quit. Oh man. Jonathan, he said Jonathan has a black friend. He said it's cool. Yeah, we can't turn every show into this. We can't do this.
Ryan said, I have only used that word in the context of a TV show. Nothing else.
Who said that?
He gonna be watching. What's the show called? Walking Dead. His lady gonna be like, "Hey, babe, who's the antagonist? What's his name? Oh, that's Nick. He just a bad guy, babe. He just a bad guy.
That's a bad dude. That's bad. Dude.
That's Lucille now.
Lucille now.
Shut up, babe. Why are you muting the TV? Well, we don't like the name that they're saying.
Yeah,
they're all Lucille. They're all Lucille. All of them.
Sam Rowe dropped the deuce and says, Alex can say Negan. Don't worry, little homie. That's crazy. Benny Blaze dropped the 5 said, name 3 players that you would trade for to improve this team to win a Super Bowl this year. Who and what are you giving up? That's a loaded question, Benny.
Super loaded. I still like that linebacker, but you got to pay him. But I do like that.
Yeah,
backer.
and it's hard to trade any of these guys, man. I mean, to answer your question, wide receiver help, linebacker help, somebody else on defense. That'll be good. That'll be good. Left guard, if we're gonna keep Tyler at
right.
We'll keep, you know what I'm saying? Left guard. What else we got, chat? What else? I seen Anthony Barr and Van Der Esch in the wrong hole a few times. It depends on what the call was.
You gonna see it in the film, watch it. Man, it put them boys in a bind, right? And then they take a hole and Miles Sanders is like, oh, thank you. And press it and go the other way. It's difficult. Yeah. If you don't get penetration from your defensive tackles and if you ain't hitting the quarterback, it's difficult, man.
Yeah. That's all we got for y'all today, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got work to do. Love y'all to pieces. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, all the other follower buttons, the social media buttons and all that. We appreciate y'all to pieces. Follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. Dak Prescott will be medically cleared. I guess he went to talk to the doctor, so he'll be back Wednesday. He will return to practice Wednesday, so fantastic there. My non-football platform is twitch.tv/Voch Lombardi, and I'll be watching the film on Patreon, patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. It could be tomorrow, could be today. I don't know, but whenever it goes up, cut your notifications on Patreon. It'll send you an email. Will Steele, what you got for the show?
At Skywalker Steele on Twitter. That's Skywalker Steele on Twitter. And then on YouTube, A to Z Sports Dallas. Every morning we talking Cowboys, baby.
With that being said, y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski, the Peasky Whiskey volume.
Beats Planet.